What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video today. Today we're going to be talking about how I, the Platinum Beast, was correct on the recent bull run as it pertains to precious metals and especially platinum. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, everybody, so I was correct. I was right. It's not a told you so. It's not a gotcha. It's just basically I've been stacking this stuff for a while, so I know a little bit about how the markets work. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, but I've been following this stuff pretty closely for year in and year out. Regardless of what my personal stack has changed over the years, I've still been following precious metals for quite a little while now. And so I recently made a video talking about the recent bull run on precious metals. Now, what we saw was in the past month or so in March, there was a run up for about a week or week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever the time frame was of precious metals. The price was just going up and up and up. And I guarantee there were a decent amount of people who bought during that up and up and up trend. But what we're seeing now is a significant pullback. And I think it's pretty interesting, and I think we need to talk about it a little bit because, once again, it's important for us to not get too hasty when we see the price of precious metals continue to climb, especially platinum. Platinum, historically, at least in the recent history, has been known to run up and then come back down. That's just what it does. It frustrates a lot of platinum stackers. It's why a lot of people don't like platinum. But I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So first and foremost, I'm going to show you the chart across your screen here so that y'all can see what I'm talking about, okay? So basically, this is almost the full chart for March. The recording of this video is April 1st, so we're basically looking at March as a whole in this chart. Now, what we can see is we started off the month on March 1st at about $887.79 per ounce for platinum. We have ended the month, well, April 1st, we're looking at $910.38. So we've almost come back down to where we started at March. We're almost ending the month almost at the same price point. It's a little bit higher, but it's not like any significant amount. So we're almost there. Now, when we look at the middle of the month, we reached an all-time monthly March 2024 high of $943.20 on Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. And we can see for that week, Friday was $939. And Monday was $937. So it moved a couple bucks throughout the week, but overall that was the highest week of the month. And that was the week of the month that I didn't make a single purchase. Why? Because I was pretty confident it would come back down. And you can see on the chart that there is a steep decline from Friday, March 15th at $939.46 all the way down to $895.24 on Tuesday, March 19th. So all you had to do was wait 4 days to make that purchase, and you saved a pretty significant amount of cost to add to your stack. So if you were able to buy on that Tuesday, you actually saved quite a bit of money just waiting just a few days. And this is the point I'm trying to make with y'all. If you're able to wait just a couple days to see where the markets go and the price goes, you have a pretty decent chance of picking this stuff up for much less than what it is at any given time that you're looking to buy. Now, obviously, it's always a good time to buy, in my opinion. Precious metals are not a bad investment of your money at all. And I know a lot of people don't like that term investment, but anything you put your money into, you're investing in. Maybe it's a sinking asset like a car. Maybe it's an appreciating asset like precious metals. But you're taking your money, you're putting it somewhere other than just holding on to it. If you hold on to money, that's not really investing it, that's just holding on to it, right? It's kind of simple in my opinion. Y'all's may differ, and that's all right. However, I think it's important to reiterate this to y'all. Be cautious with your pickups. Watch the markets. Try to time the short, and I mean extremely short, term markets to the best of your abilities. Obviously, you're not always going to get it right? I could have very well been wrong in my assessment that this metal was going to come back down in price and I was going to be able to save a little bit of money by waiting, right? So this is very interesting, right? Because I know there's a lot of new stackers who don't understand everything, and there's a lot of old time stackers who really want this metal and silver and gold too to just go to the moon. And when they see those bull market runs, they say, this is it, and then they're just disappointed. And that can kind of wear on you quite a bit. So another tidbit or another tip or another whatever you want to call it is to not let that impact your overall view of precious metals. Don't watch the metal price go up and then come back down and say to yourself, ugh, this again, I'm so sick of this, I'm out of it, right? For those of us that are able to stack and actually withstand the ups and downs of the market, I really think we're going to come out on top over those who aren't. Now, not everybody's comfortable with that, and not everybody's able to do that, and I understand that, but it's interesting to look at nonetheless. So what do I think April's going to look like? Well, nobody really can say for sure. Anything's possible. Lots of different things can happen. I'm not aware of anything major that's going to happen, but if history tells us anything, nobody ever really knows what's going to happen, right? Different things can happen in the world, you know. Russia can surrender. South Africa can create peace in the region, or they can go to chaos. Russia can try to take over the world. Who knows what can happen? And I mentioned South Africa and Russia because they're the biggest miners of platinum, obviously. So anything that happens in those countries can take a either positive or negative impact on the price of platinum. But what I'm saying is, when these recent bull runs happen, just know, wait a little bit, see how the markets react, see what can occur, and just try to make your best judgment about it, right? At the end of the day, buying platinum, I think, is a great way to diversify in precious metals and your overall investment portfolio. It gets you covered on all assets, and it gets you covered in every single corner of the market. And like I've mentioned in the past, I like to look at it as a triangle: gold, silver, platinum, and I like to get all three of my bases covered, right? It's just kind of makes sense to me, and that's what's really benefited me the most in my stacking journey. But let me know your thoughts and comments in the section down below. What do you think of the recent bull run? Did you think this was going to be it? Did you think, I better sit back and wait a little bit? I'd love to hear all that down in the comment section. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out so I can know that you liked the video, or if you didn't like the video, that's all right too. Either way, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with future updates on the Platinum Beast channel. With all that being said, until next time, we'll see y'all.